All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone. Shalom to you brothers that are laboring and pushing this word in truth and sincerity and with charity. I'm the brother Abraham from the camp here in GMS, Chicago, coming back at you with another lesson. This video is on a few videos that I've seen today. I've been watching a lot of news reports, watching brothers' videos, and with the recent protest that's going on in Los Angeles with the ICE deportations, and just snatching people up, from like school graduations and restaurants, and you got people just protesting over these deportations. Okay. So Donald Trump has deployed the National Guard out there to quote unquote restore order. Okay. So tensions are rising. All right, a lot of unease going on in the country. People, especially Northern Kingdom, are scared, right? They scared to go to work and then one day not come back to their family, to their wife, their kids, or whatever. Okay. Um, but this is, we haven't seen nothing yet, right? Um, also saw a video from Dabu7 today about the protests that are going on, and they're just like when George Floyd, and when he died, and it caused an uprising and protests all over the country. And I forgot if that's where BLM came out of. But you kind of have the same thing happening now with another name. I forgot what it's called. He had mentioned it in his video. But it's kind of the same thing happening with the Northern Kingdom, like a BLM for like Mexicans or Hispanics or something like that. Which we know BLM was a psyop. All this is a psyop. Okay. So I guess we'll keep our eyes open, keep our ears open, in how this all unfolds. But um, it's a lot going on. All right. The civil unrest that is happening, getting ready to happen. We haven't seen the peak of any of this yet. Okay. First, this has came to mind. This is Isaiah 19. Let me start at verse 1. It says, "The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it." So right now we are currently in spiritual Egypt, as it says in Revelations 11 and 8, right? The place where spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. That's America. All right. The Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, not a literal cloud, but a chariot, or what we will call a UFO today. All right. It says, "And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom." So there's going to be Esau on Esau, Edomites on Edomites. It's also going to be neighbor against neighbor, division against everybody. All right, and right now you have with this the Mexicans or Hispanics. All right, and the Edomites. All right, it says, "In the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, to the charmers, to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards." So the spirit of Egypt is failing, right, from the inside out. All right, and there's no type of uh, witchcraft, black magic that you can do to cure this place that is falling. All right. Um, let's get. Let's see, what scripture was that? Bear with me a second. It was Timothy, 2 Timothy 3 and 1. "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come." All right, let's get that word perilous. Perilous. It says hard to do, to take, to approach, hard to bear, troublesome, dangerous, harsh, fierce, savage. Right? So in the last days, difficult, dangerous, fierce, savage, troublous, hard to do times will come. All right, let's get Matthew 24 and 12. "And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." And there's gonna, when it's gonna be neighbor against neighbor, friend against friend, nation against nation. All right, civil unrest. All right, it's gonna be hard to get food. It's gonna be hard to get water. The people and your neighbors aren't just gonna sit there and starve to death, right? When it comes down to it, they're gonna take your life, or try to. And that's gonna be everybody. These are the days that we are approaching. All right, and in Matthew 24, it speaks of 70 AD, and then it also talks about this time. All right, in 70 AD, the Romans came upon Jerusalem like a flood with great wrath. They're going to do the same thing to the Israelites in this time, but not just the real threat to them is the prophets of the Lord. They're the real threat. They're the ones that they're worried about. It's the prophets. All right, which the scriptures say that they're gonna hunt them down like madmen, sparing none of those that fear the Lord. All right, this is 2 Ezra 16 and 16. "Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again." And in 2 Ezra 15, the Lord said that he will bring plagues to Egypt as before. All right, so these plagues are sent, and once they're sent, they're not going to go back. They're going to accomplish what they were sent to do. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? right? Speaking of reincarnation, he knew, he understood it. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Right? So these are the beginning of sorrows, the beginning of famine, the beginning of war. All right, it's going to be a crazy time. As the scriptures say, never in the history of the world is there going to be a time like the time that's coming, which is around the corner. It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Right? So amendment like in like an atonement. So this has to happen. All right, man, it's gonna be so crazy out here. You know, we'll see what happens in the next few days, weeks, but for sure it's gonna be a hot summer. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. Lord willing, this video was edifying. As always, all honor, glory, and praises goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Until the next time, Shalom.